From a dumpy little office in West Covina, California, it's The Foo Bar Show with Josie and The Foo. Hey, what is up, everybody? Good day. My name is Josie.
I'm The Foo.
And we got Dayvid on the mix. Say hi, Dayvid.
Hi, Dayvid.
All right. Hope everybody's having a great day. I want to announce something. Today, The Foo gave blood. This was a pleasant surprise. He comes in with his arm wrapped. And tell us all about it, man. Did you get a cookie? Did you get a juice box?
They don't do that. That's only on TV, man. They give you a can of juice.
They give you a can of juice.
And they give you a buffet of mini snacks too.
Uh-huh.
But it's just a it's a heroic effort to help the vampires. The bloodsuckers need to get their shit from somewhere, right?
Yeah, man. So how did was this one of those mobiles or
no? It was
it
was inside of a building. A company hosted it. And I just signed up to go at 11 o'clock, and then I showed up. I was there for an hour and a half.
Why were you there for an hour and a half? How much blood did they take?
All of it. No, they only take I think a quart or a pint or something. Two quarts, right?
Pints?
2 pints.
How many does Body have? Like 8 or 10?
I don't
total.
know. Honestly, I'm not the. You know what?
Jesus.
I went really.
Jesus Christ!
I was pretty fast though. It's because most people, when they give blood, they're all fucking scared and everything, but I've given blood over like 20 times.
The last time I gave blood, it's been a while, and usually I would give blood because, I enjoy the shit out of cookies. But the last time I gave blood, I got pretty sick. I came down with a fever, and maybe I was already coming down with something, and I didn't really know it.
You're probably allergic to iodine.
And that's funny because they said that, too. When I was there, I guess my skin reacted in a weird way. But I had already given blood so many times before that. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal.
So it's 8 pints. Yeah.
They take 8 pints out?
No, you have 8 pints.
You have 8 pints, but you donate 2 pints. So they take a quarter of your blood. Yeah.
You are liars! You are fucking liars!
No, they take a lot of blood. They do.
Yeah, no, they do.
That's kind of a lot.
That actually sounds about right.
Out of 8, that's kind of a lot. Yeah. But anyways, they had Chips Ahoy. Does that count as cookies?
I would hope so.
Yeah, totally.
Dude.
Also Oreos, but they were the mini ones in the bags. The best thing there was the Cheez-Its.
Did you go to City of Hope?
No. That was just a private company hosting it. Red Cross is the one that advertised it.
Cool.
Yeah, just sign up to the Red Cross. Shout out Red Cross.
Definitely encourage anybody to go out there and donate some
2018
blood. Do some good
vampires.
for your community. What is it? How many lives do you save for every person?
donation?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's the little ad is like 30.
For way 2 pints. Jesus Christ.
Did you when you got there? Did you still have to tell them you didn't have AIDS or anything like that?
Well, yeah, you have to go through that every time. They always go. What was really interesting this time?
So you lied?
Listen, what's interesting this time? Fuck you! I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know if I did. I give blood all the time. They'll let you know.
They would have given you a heads up by now.
Yeah, so I'm safe.
Cool.
Thanks, Red Cross.
Right,
anyways,
kicked in yet, right?
one of the things they screen people like that. I'm actually glad you brought this up. What was really big on their info sheet this year to look out for was, how they DQ you if you can't, if you recently got a tattoo or stayed in a foreign country for more than 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
They said if you've smoked spice or synthetic weed in the last year, you can't donate.
Ooh, how come?
Because the chemicals used in creating those, the synthetics, they're the same. There's a couple of compounds that are the same compounds that go into rat poison. So
what?
Yeah. Seriously, man. Have you tried spice?
No.
Any of you guys?
No, never.
I think it was called...
Why when you have the real thing?
I tried it when I was 19. When I was, hanging out with some chick and like her cousin. So, I was totally down just to... They were just like, they offered it. I was down. It was not pleasant. I'll tell you that. So,
yeah.
And then the stories that came out this past year, have caused violent reactions of people's stomach lining fucking bleeding, or even
Holy shit, man.
bleeding from the eyes. So just, buy the real shit.
Well, I'm sorry to say, and are you? By the way, are you finished with your blood talk?
No. You know what? No.
Well, I forgot to mention at the top of the show our what's on tap for today.
Let's do this real quick.
I was just going to talk a little Roseanne. I mean, we covered it in the last podcast episode, but I mean, shit's developing, or people are still talking about it for some
What's
reason.
really the best part about all of this are the drug companies that are roasting her.
We'll talk about that in a second,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Good.
I want to talk about end pay for play. If you're a musician, you know what that means. We're going to have health and such with Steph. We're going to talk some science. We're going to play a game, some South Park trivia. Everybody at home also can play along and talk some shit after they listen to it. We'll talk a little sports. The NBA Finals are underway. Game 1 is happening as we record this. And we got...
Pretty tasty.
And the Foo is going to do another smoke break. So really looking forward to that. So,
Wait,
yeah, man.
Did you mention the little surprise I added in there?
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Okay.
Isn't that the definition of a surprise?
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
But
surprise us with it.
But seriously, did you get that?
No, I don't remember what the hell you
all
were
right.
talking
Well,
about.
we'll figure it out.
All right, cool. We'll talk some Roseanne, and just for the sake, I don't have a Showbiz kind of segment except for
Good.
that, so I'm just gonna throw this on anyway because fuck you guys.
That reminds me so much of Ralph Garman.
I love Ralph, man. I fucking love that guy.
Poor guy.
The Ralph Report, though, he's another podcast. He's on. He's on.
Where can we find this guy?
Patreon. He's on Patreon. He's on all the.
And you said he has a co-host now or something?
I heard there's a co-host this week. I've not started listening. For all you other podcast listeners, Ralph Garman comes out of K-Rock, and I think he heavily influenced the way I am doing podcasting today. So, good shit.
Just putting
Good
the
shit.
word out in case you've heard of our podcast and not his.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That,
Highly unlikely.
Yeah, I'd be worried about Ralph if some shit like that happened. But anyway, for all you Ralph fans, we're fans as well. So, just let's talk Ralph at some point. Anyhow, so Roseanne, this thing happened within the last 3-4 days?
Yeah, I think it happened
We're
on
recording this on
Tuesday.
Thursday, and this happened Tuesday.
I think this happened last Tuesday, I believe. Yeah.
And so she tweeted something racist out comparing the Muslim or the Islamic Brotherhood with freaking Planet of the Apes characters from one of the staffers of Obama's old.
She said it was a child of one of them.
Yeah,
Or,
dude, it was in poor taste. They fired her immediately. It was, and now she's blaming her drug habit for it, is what I heard.
Can you make Ambien a drug habit? I mean, I guess you can, right? So okay, never mind.
Yeah, probably. I have no clue what kind of mental health issues she might have that would warrant her to take all those drugs. But so that's happening, and they hit up John Goodman today. I think what it looked like on the airport, or at the airport. I mean, I saw a snippet from Entertainment News about how he just doesn't know much about it, but he's just like, I'm gonna be all right. I mean, of course he is. He's fucking John Goodman. And the guy, he still is trying to get more information out of him, and he's asking him, you might have gotten an Emmy for this season, because John Goodman's John Goodman, and he's had many Emmy nominations in the past, probably up to 10. Maybe not all of them with the Roseanne show from the back in the day, but yeah, he's been up for a nomination for something like that. He's like, if I didn't get it before, I ain't gonna get it this time, and I'm not gonna worry about it. So he kind of just dismissed the whole thing. And I mean, that was that. But you were talking about them roasting. Drug companies were roasting Roseanne.
Well, I guess Ambien was the first, and she said Ambien was her drug of choice when she went on this wild rant. Ambien, I guess, posted something on Twitter or somewhere. It's probably, you could follow it on the internet. But they were like, because she came out and said, I did this because I was like really high on Ambien, and or I don't know what Ambien does to you. Do you know what it does to you? It's a sleep aid, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't know how the fuck. Okay, well, whatever. Ambien was like racism is not one of our side effects or something. Yeah. That was like the first one, and then ensuing, a couple of companies have come out with like little gifts, pictures, the one or the memes, I think you should call it, where they have like the list of ingredients, and the last one, it's bright and bold. It says racism is not a side effect of our medicine. So,
Jeez,
they're having fun with it, which is cool. Fuck her, you know. That was fucked up, dude. That's really fucked up.
It was fucked up. Yes. I think that though. Do you think them taking her her show off the air just like minutes after that tweet happened?
Well,
you think that would have happened 10 years ago though?
Probably not, but you heard Wanda Sykes quit.
Yeah, she was out.
But
and that's probably what influenced the actual whole cancellation.
Like 10 minutes after she announced she was quitting, they were like, okay, show's canned.
Well, I'm sure she was probably a big part in the writing process and the whole comedy writing process too. So
I didn't catch any of it, but I heard it was popular enough to come back for a second season.
Totally, yeah. I heard it was doing really well.
I never would have expected nowadays it's called a lame reboot. It's already been on TV. No, it did pretty good. So
yeah, it sucks that all those people are out of a job now.
Whatever, I guess.
But the reason I bring up, do you think it would have happened 10 years ago, is because comedians get in trouble for the littlest things these days.
You know what? I think it would have happened, but it happened rapidly. I think like 10 years ago, it would have been like after a month or two, they decide to drop her. So
also, if it's
True.
Disney, possibly.
Oh, that's right.
It is
It's on
Disney.
ABC. It is.
Oh yeah, if it was Disney
Yeah.
10 years ago, they would have shit canned her too. So
Yeah. I don't know what it
Interesting.
aired before. Was it on ABC or was it?
I think it was still on ABC, if I'm not mistaken.
probably the early days. Wasn't ABC on channel 4, 5
7.
when it began?
It's on, no.
It's
I don't
always
know.
been on 7.
As far as I know,
Oh, okay.
in my 3 decades of life, it's always been on Channel 7. I don't know. If you live in LA, it's on Channel 7. But another thing I wanted to talk about to introduce for the next episode, we have gotten in touch with John Safari of the Huntington Beach. He's a co-founder of the Huntington Beach-based Orange County Music League. It's promoting a local band music scene in the county of Orange County. So
In the county of Orange County.
so what he's doing since 2013, Orange County Music League has opposed pay-to-play shows, which artists wanting to improve their profile and gain more gigs pay a promoter so that they can perform in a venue. This is a business model that has existed since, as far as I can remember. I don't know how long. Maybe we can ask him if he knows that information. Do you know, Dave?
I know when I was doing my band thing years ago, about 3-4 years ago, he was booking his shows. Probably longer than that, actually.
Yeah.
Probably like 5-6 years ago. Almost
So,
now.
again, just
Been
to
a while.
clarify,
Yeah.
I mean, what's this pay-for-play thing?
So, okay, so like right now, I'm in a band. We're called The Fallen Electric. We play a lot of shows. A lot of what we're encountering when we're trying to hit up venues, bars, pubs, whoever kind of hosts bands. A lot of the business model that's happening in LA and the dense parts of, like Irvine, Orange County, they have this pay-for-play model where these poor high school kids who have a decent band are trying to get out there, and if they can get a buck, so be it. But no, it's actually the other way around. As opposed to playing for free, they have to pay these venues to get a 30 to 45 minute set, and only to be rushed right after they're done playing their last note by the next band that's about to go on. And they'll line up these venues with like 10. Like you've seen this, David.
5-minute turnarounds.
Yeah, with 5-minute turnarounds. Everybody, it's a fucking shit show right after a band plays.
Yeah, no.
It sucks, dude. When I was in high school and in my earlier days of trying to play, this was the only method that we knew, because I mean that's how you're gonna get in. And either you're paying the venue or you're selling tickets. Foo, you had a joke during my wedding. About your best man speech about how I had to peddle fucking tickets from door to door, like I was trying to help out my high school football team.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
David, I roasted his ass. It was pretty good. I
it's not fun.
basically made fun of the hotline, which was in attendance too, which was super
That
fun.
was my previous band from the Fallen Electric.
I basically said now that Josie here joined the Fallen Electric, it was kind of his growing up moment. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't have to sell tickets anymore. Like, he's knocking door to door like a high schooler.
So
Just poking fun at him because that's what they did, And then opposed to now, I don't think this guy plays that shit, if I'm correct.
no, at this point in my in my age, like I'm too old for that shit. Like I'm not only should I have dealt with it back then, but there wasn't enough people to kind of organize against this kind